Hello and welcome to today's video. We have a lot of manga to go through, as you can see. There's definitely over 100 volumes, so this is a lot of the stuff I picked up in December outside of my Christmas haul and a couple of unboxings that I did. A lot of the stuff you see here you'll see me picking up in other shopping videos. So there's a London one where I went to London, I went manga shopping with Himika, and also there is a shopping video where I went to Hull and I went manga shopping. I don't think by the time this goes out it'll be public yet. It is available for members, but I don't think I have it planned to go up publicly till March sometime. So you will be able to see it. It's just I have so many videos to put out. I mean, this is technically my December haul and it's not going up till February, and I need to film my birthday haul, and also there's the Christmas haul, which by the time I'm filming this still isn't publicly available, but probably is by the well, it should be by the time this goes public according to my plan. I've got a big nice plan of videos, and I've got like videos planned up till the end of July now, so I don't know if I've gone too far. All subject to change, because sometimes things just pop up, like the Travelling Man warehouse just popped up like the day before, so that changed the schedule a bit, which is completely okay, amazing, wonderful. If you are interested in being a member, I do release videos early at this very moment in time, which is early February. There's I think 4 or 5 videos already available for members. They will all go publicly available at some point, just it takes time at the moment, and I'm really trying to get ahead because I have other things I just want to have a bunch of free time to do other things and also put some more effort into my videos. I want to try and get better at doing my editing, writing scripts and stuff like that, so I'd like a bunch of time to be able to focus on doing that sort of thing. But let's dive into this. This is going to be quite a long video. Anyway, I'm going to clear some of this off the table and we'll start with the first deck. Alrighty, so off the top we have An Older Guy's First Love VR. I have never heard of this series, and I saw it when I was in the Forbidden Planet in Hull, and I was like, why not? Let's give it a go. It kind of sounds Isekai, VR and all that, video gamey. I don't know anything about it. I don't know if it's a one-shot because I don't see any numbers down the side to suggest there's more to it than that. Actually, if it's a one-shot, I really should try and get on and read it. I haven't read it yet. It's nice and matte. Cats, please! Next we have Asadora 6, which I picked up in London with Himika. I quite enjoyed this volume, I think. What happened in it? Yeah, the Tokyo Olympics has started and there was a whole bunch of drama, and yeah, I quite enjoyed it. I think my partner's enjoyed it too. I like the colour of the spine. Next we have Bake Monogatari 15. I nearly picked up 16 as well, but I exchanged it for a different volume because I was trying to not go too overboard when I was in Hull. I'm still quite far behind on actually reading this series. I'm trying to stay up to date. You'll see in the video there were quite a few with like different, I feel like all the volumes had different stickers on it, so I tried to grab one that had a lower sticker on it. Covers are gorgeous. Next we have 2 volumes of Banana Fish. We have 5 and 7. So you can see I got this one too from Travelling Man. I think this one also came from Travelling Man. I bought some stuff in their Boxing Day sale and I didn't unbox it for a video, I just opened it. I think that's where that came from. I now have like a lot of Banana Fish. I think I have over half the Banana Fish volumes, and I've only been collecting like 4 months now, which is wild considering how hard I know it was to find even just a year ago, and I'm like a good way there, which is wonderful. Very excited to read this. As we have Beauty and the Beast in Paradise Lost Volume 1. I had been really wanting to try this series. I believe Geeky Dreams said that it was quite good. I've been struggling to track this volume down though. Travelling Man had it for like $6.99 or $7.99 online, which is about 3 for 2 price, and then I managed to get 10% off in their Boxing Day sale, so I'm very happy to grab this. I am missing I think 1 more volume before I'm complete, although I'm not sure if it's finished printing yet, but I'm on the way. I am looking forward to reading this a lot. Beauty and the Beast 5. I am missing a few volumes of this now. They're getting really expensive. Square Enix volumes are always a bit more expensive, and these are a bit chunkier. I think the series is okay. I really like reading series of food. I think food always looks really neat in manga. This is quite a pricey series, so I think I'm going to start trying to find it secondhand nowadays. As we have Biomega 4. Now, I saw someone say that the singles are now out of print, which is really a shame because I am now, I think, 1, maybe 2 volumes off being complete on the series. It's only 6 volumes. I think I have 1, 4, 5, 6. So yeah, 2 and 3. My partner loves this manga artist. He's enjoyed Blam, he's been reading Knights of Sidonia, he's enjoyed Appa Sims. I think it's that same person. If not, this is really awkward. So when he started collecting this and he's really struggled to find it, but we managed to find it in that weird comic store in Hull where I got a whole bunch of other like out of print, hard to find manga volumes. Check out that video if you want to see all of random very hard to find manga in that store, but this was one of them. Very excited. So we have Black Clover 31. I love Black Clover. This was such a good volume as well. I feel like sometimes with shonen battle-y stuff, if they're like mid-battle, I'm like, I can't remember what's happening. With Black Clover, I feel like I get into it really quick and I remember quite quickly, which makes me happy. Like even with One Piece, I started to struggle with the recent like Wano volumes, having a big gap in between them. I don't remember what was happening. But this one I have, and there was a wonderful moment that I won't show because it's spoilery, but it made me super happy, and I love those really sappy like friendship moments. I know it's like friendship is power. I was like, oh, it's so cheesy. I was like, I don't care. I love it. Next we have Blitz Volume 1, which is by Ablaze Manga. Now, I don't like the spine on this one at all. It's Blitz is the wrong way around. The number should be down here. I don't like it. So this is, I understand, to be a chess manga. My partner actually picked it up because he started playing chess a whole bunch recently. He wanted to read a manga of it. I believe he really liked it, and he went and pre-ordered Volume 2. I haven't read it yet, though. I should play some more chess anyway. Next we have Volume 7 and Volume 8 of Blood Lad. Oh my god. Oh my god. You'll see in the video when I find these, but I kind of lose my shit a little bit. I could not believe finding these, and they were, I think, retail price. Cat, please. My understanding is Volume 8 is the really hard one to find. I don't know how hard Volume 7 is, but I haven't seen it in a while, so I grabbed these two. Very excited. I was thinking I regretted picking up my Volume 1, but no, not anymore. I actually managed to pick up some more as well recently. I think I'm only missing one volume now before I'll be complete on Blood Lad. So I really hope the series is good, though to be fair, most of the volumes I've bought secondhand for like £4 or £5. Just these two I paid retail price for. So all in all, I've probably on average spent about 3 for 2 price on the whole series, which isn't actually a bad thing. Next we have Volumes 2 and 3 of Blue Lock. I actually really enjoyed these. I've not really gotten too much into sports manga as of yet, if only because sometimes it's hard to find the volumes. But because this one's a fairly new one, I was like, let's see if I can stay on top of this. And I got Volumes 2 and 3 off, I think, Books Please, for just under their 3 for 2 price using their 10% off code. I love how vibrant the covers are. It's just such wonderful neon colours. But yeah, I actually read these two back to back in an evening, really enjoyed it, and then actually managed to grab Volume 4 a couple of days later, and I've also read that. Been enjoying it a lot. I'm not really a football fan. This has been fun to read. It's not, I feel like sports manga often isn't about the sport. It's about, I need to get to the next level. And I enjoy that. Next we have potentially a slight, I don't know if I regret picking this up or not, but we have Boys Over Flowers 18. Now, I really enjoy my reverse heroines, and when I looked it up online, this is apparently a very popular reverse heroine, but I then discovered how hard it was to find the series, and I kind of just gave up on it. But when I was in that store in Hull, and I saw this volume like in the middle of a teetering stack of manga, I kind of was like, I almost want to just save it. I didn't pay too much for it though. And even if I end up giving this away or something to someone who is collecting it, I kind of wanted to just get it out of the pile. It's nice to say I've got one volume. I don't imagine this getting a reprint though, so I don't think I can hold out for that. As we have Candy and Cigarettes Volume 2, I have much to say about this. I haven't read my Volume 1 yet either. Got it for 3 for 2 in London with Himika, because it's 7Cs, though it is $12.99. The most 7Cs are $12.99 at a minimum nowadays, which is really, really unfortunate. Yeah, I haven't read this yet, nothing to say. Case Files of Julia Richard 4. Also got for 3 for 2 in London. This is nice and thick. I can't believe how quickly this is releasing, but I'm also just really slow to read. I only managed to grab Volume 1 like August time, and now we're on Volume 4, which feels really, really fast. Though at least this one was $11.99, thank goodness. Next we have 2 volumes of Cat Massage Therapy Volume 1 and 3. So that is a series complete. I already had Volume 2, I got it discounted on Blackwell's, and then I managed to find both of these in Forbidden Planet in Hull. This was a really sweet series. It is a full colour. If you like cats, you'll probably enjoy it, but it's not a very arduous long read, and they're quite thin. Volume 3 is thicker, but I mean, yeah, it's probably not worth it unless you can find them on sale like I found Volume 2, which I think I got for like $5.99. I'd probably say £6 each, £7 each is probably what I would have considered the maximum I'd have bought these for. But I like cats, so they got a bit of a... They were allowed. Final volumes on this stack is a couple of certain magical scientific index spin-offs. So we've got a certain scientific accelerator 9 and a certain scientific railgun Astral Buddy 2. Both of these I got in HMV for $4.99. I've got such a random splattering of these series now because of HMV. I didn't even realise how many spin-offs there were. I'd never heard of Astral Buddy until I saw it in the store. I've obviously not started reading these. I've got such random volumes. I haven't even completed the main series yet. We're on to another stack. But which one is it? Oh no. I think it's this one. So on top we have got 1, 2, 3 of Cigaretera. My partner said it correctly when he was like helping me make sure I had everything, and I was like, is that how you pronounce it? But he's ambled off now, so I can't ask him to clarify for me. I believe that is the series complete. I also managed to get them on sale. Look at that, $11.99 for these chunky Kodansha Omnis. Very excited. It felt like, this was from the Forbidden Planet in Leeds. It felt like they were desperately trying to clear their shelves. There was a lot of stuff on sale. There's a whole bunch of other volumes in here I got on sale, and it felt like they were trying to clear their shelves. I've noticed that with a few other manga stores. They're like getting more stock than they have space for. So a lot of things that have been lingering around are just they're trying to just get rid of. I'd seen a lot of good things about this, and I felt getting it at this sort of price was a good thing to go for. Good price to go for. These were also on sale. We have Cirque Freak 1 and 4, and I got these for £6.50 each. Now, I read some Darren Shan while I was in school, which I feel like, to be fair, a lot of people did. Really enjoyed it. And when I learned there was a manga, I was like, oh my god. And at first I was going to try and grab the singles because I like singles more than omnis, but the singles, I think they don't really print anymore, but these are still vaguely new-ish. So I was like, when I saw these on sale, I was like, okay, this is a sign, I'll start picking them up now. So I'm now going to try and find the other ones. I don't know how many there are, actually, I can't remember. I'll put it in my spreadsheet when I put them in, but 1 and 4 Cirque du Freak. We got another sale volume, because there's so many. Citrus plus 2, and I had 1 and 3, so I now have a clear run, and this was for £6.50, which isn't... £6.50? Yeah, £6.50, which isn't insanely below the 3 for 2 price, but it's still like £1.50 below, and also it's 7 Cs, so nowadays that's even more pricey. I haven't started reading the Plus spin-off series yet, so now I can. I'll try and read 1 to 3 quickly, because Citrus volumes never have taken me too long to go through, because it's quite big. It feels unnecessary to be a big volume, to be fair. There's 2 volumes of Claymore 3 and 8. It definitely felt like there's been a Claymore reprint recently. You'll have seen in my Travelling Man warehouse haul, I managed to get the last 2 volumes I needed to complete Claymore. These were like the ones that were bugging me the most, because volume 3 pretty much meant I couldn't really start reading the series. And then 8 wasn't that far behind. And then getting the 2 in Travelling Man just was like, oh my gosh, yes! Actually, what does it say the printing date in these is? May 2021. So yeah. 9th reprint, wow. So yeah, they are new, finally. So happy to have this complete, especially since I've bought them out of the box set, because I enjoy doing that, because I'm strange. Okay, next we have Country Without Humans 3. I don't know if this is the final volume. No, I don't think this is the final volume at all. Quickly flicking through the back. I haven't read my volume 2 yet, so I'm going to read 2 and 3 together. It was quite an interesting read. I think it definitely was a bit different to some of the other stuff I've read. Sort of a dystopic, lots of robots, where are the people gone kind of thing. I also quite like the style of like the robots and the environment. I think it's quite unique. I enjoy it. Now I've got another stack of sale manga. We have Dengeki Daisy 6, 7, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and I believe it is complete at 16 volumes, so that is half of the series complete, and I picked these up for, I don't know if you can read it on those, they were $1.99 each. Some of them were £1 each. Super pleased with these. Plus I managed to get some more second-hand recently. I think I've got another 3 or 4, so I'm even more than halfway through the complete series. Very happy. This is a series I have heard a lot of good things about. A lot of people say good things, and it's good. It was so appallingly said. But I was very happy. I'm very excited to read it and hopefully enjoy it. If not, I didn't pay much. Final volume on this stack is Dragon Quest V, and got this at 3 for 2 from Travelling Man as well. Now, I heard that there isn't like any news on where volume 6 is. There's not any listed further printing, so everyone's a bit worried that Viz is just like dropping it. I don't know. That would be unfortunate, though I've still not read very far in. This is one of the thinner ones, I think. I do like Dragon Quest. Okay, we need another stack. Which one's next? Oof, I think it's this one. Okay, on top we have Drugstore in Another World 5, and I got this for half price in the Forbidden Planet in London. Very, very happy. It's not an amazing isekai, which is why I'm not surprised I saw it for half price. There's a lot of isekais that I read that are not that great. It's easy to find them half price. It's light-hearted, just nothing really happens. It's a light-hearted guy can make medicine that he wants. But I do like getting my new releases of series that I read on half price. That makes me happy. Next we have Dungeon People 2, also got in Forbidden Planet London, but 3 for 2, not half price. This is like a fantasy, almost like management. It's about people who run a dungeon, what it's like behind the scenes. I quite enjoyed volume 1. I like that sort of thing a lot. It was just quite light-hearted, not much to it, really. There isn't a particular reason I've not read volume 2 yet. I've just read so much other stuff recently. Not too fussed about the art style though. That's probably my main criticism though. Family Life in Another World 7. I can't believe how many of these there are. I feel like this series is okay. It's fine. I haven't read past volume 4, I think. I started to struggle a little bit. It is light-hearted, but it's almost a bit too light-hearted. It's almost a bit dull. And there's nothing... I'd rather read bad manga over dull manga. But the anime, which I think is currently airing, seems to get a lot of praise. Everyone seems to enjoy that one, so that could just be me. From the Red Fog 3. So I have only read the first one of this. I do have the second one. I'm tickled that it's from the Red Fog and now it's gone blue and the second one is green. I wasn't too impressed by volume 1. I think the pacing of the story was a bit strange. It kind of like was quite jumpy. And I feel like a lot of the things they were trying to do was more about trying to shock the reader with quite violent, gory scenes over like actually advancing the story. I don't know. But I feel like a lot of people have had mixed reactions. Some have said similar things to me, and some people have loved it. Gabriel Dropout 11 got for half price, and thank God with how thin this damn thing is. I pretty much am refusing to buy Gabriel Dropout, even at 3 for 2 prices, because they're just too thin to pay that. But $4.99 or cheaper if I've bought it secondhand, I'm happy for that. I do like the spines are rainbow, and it was a very light-hearted, silly high school series, but yeah, it's too pricey for how thin it is. Next we have Ghost in the Shell, The Human Algorithm 3. I have a feeling that this is complete at 3 volumes, but the Ghost in the Shell volumes are technically my partner's, and he's the one that's been reading them, so I have no idea. I think he said it was complete, though it could potentially keep going if they keep doing more cases, whatever that means. He's enjoyed it. Very thick, and he's now like on the mood to try and get the rest of the Ghost in the Shell volumes he's missing. I think he's mostly missing some of the big A4 size. I think he's got all of the like smaller manga that they do. As we have Ghost Reaper Girl 3, which is a newish release. Well, when I picked it up it was a new release, but it's been months now, so probably less of a new release. I haven't read volume 2. Volume 1, I think it was okay. I really struggled to get through it, if only because I had to read it left to right, and I'm not used to that with manga sometimes, and it just really confuses me a lot. I'm mostly used to it when I read colour volumes, so like the Yam Press and Ise Press stuff, but reading regular manga left to right, I'm just confused. But it was okay. I enjoyed the action scenes. I enjoyed the ending of volume 1, so I was like, I need to read volume 2. So we have Go Go Loser Ranger 1 and 2, and I saw these both together. I don't know if it took ages for volume 2 to come out and they ended up coming out at the same time. I've seen a lot of people on like Twitter and Instagram say good things about it, so I was like, let's grab it. Also, they were $10.99, which made me quite happy as part of a 3 for 2, finally. Some like decently priced new release manga. Don't know anything about it other than people were really grumpy about the name. Apparently it's also called Ranger Reject, and people would have preferred that, but they went for Loser Ranger instead for some reason. Don't know why. I'm just excited. It looks like we're getting rainbow spines. Next we have 2 omnis of Gunslinger Girl, 46 and 78. These I also found in that strange comic store in Hull. I wasn't sure I wanted to pick this series up. I really like the spines, and I hear a lot of people say good things about it, and I have managed to find the first Omni as well, secondhand. I don't know how hard the later Omnis are to find, probably really hard, and I'm going to have a horrific time trying to track them down, but I have them now. Let's see how many more I can find. It's pretty good condition too. As we have 2 volumes of Hunter x Hunter, 20 and 25, just trying to slowly collect this series now. I'm still missing about 10 volumes before I'm up to date, but when I am, I'll start reading it. I think this is, of like all the Shonen Jump series I haven't really started reading, this is the one I'm most excited for, because I know people in like real life who love the series, so that usually means it's pretty good. I get the feeling that Nobukuni-san likes me. I'm so sorry for butchering that. Got it as 3 for 2 in London. It is quite thin. I assume it's probably going to fall under those like light-hearted slice of life romance school stuff. I've read quite a few of them recently. They're all nice and pleasant. I enjoy reading them. They make me feel happy to read. They make me smile. Like Kubo Won't Let Me Be Invisible and Girl I Like Forgot Her Glasses. I assume it's going to fall under that sort of thing. I'm happy to be so pleasantly surprised, but that's my assumption. But I do like that kind of thing, so I'm not against it. I think Our Son is Gay 4, and I got this in Forbidden Planet Hull, and I did end up arguing with the price a little because they tried to put it through as $13.99, and I was like, no, can you not see it says $11.99? That's what you should charge me, please. Because these are so expensive for how thin they are, and I was like, oh my gosh, yes, $11.99, 3 for 2, I'll pay that price. I felt a bit bad because it went all horrifically wrong with Forbidden Planet and Hull trying to scan all my items, but you'll see when you watch the video, I got a bit of a rant about it. I think I'm up to date. I think this is complete now at 5 or 6. So I'm actually super close. I read 3 a couple of weeks ago. It is very lighthearted, it's very lovely. I absolutely adore the relationship between the mother and her son. She just like wants him to be happy and the best for him and him to be happy about himself. And he's just horrendously awkward and trying to figure himself out. Just absolutely love it. It was one of my best reads of 2022 was this series. Definitely would recommend. If you can find it for a good price, please don't pay $13.99 for it. Next we have I'm a Terminal Cancer Patient, but I'm fine. And this is, I believe, a one-shot. I had seen this being talked about on Twitter a whole lot, and apparently I think I picked it up before realising that the manga artist had passed away, unfortunately, from her cancer. Is it a woman? Yeah, it is a woman. But I was trying to pick up just random volumes in London, potentially TMI, but previously there'd never been a history of cancer in my family, and then in 2022 both my mother and grandfather were diagnosed within a week of each other, and yeah, a lot of the year was spent looking after them, getting treatment. My mother recovered, unfortunately my grandfather didn't. He actually passed a week after I picked this up, which is one of the reasons I didn't actually choose to read it. I thought it would be a bit too much at the time, but I would like to try and read it at some point this year to see what it's like seeing inside someone's head. I mean, I could just talk to my mother, but it's always nice to read stuff in manga form, I suppose. As we have Imakoi 4, and I think I got this in London as well, but I have read it. I do like Imakoi. I like how much they communicate with each other, and like they start dating pretty quick. So by the beginning of this, they start dating in volume 1, which is always a pet peeve of mine when a lot of romance series end once they get together, and it's like, no, stop that. Also, they're fairly communicate. I feel like the drama is like different kinds of drama that you get in normal romance series, and I've just quite enjoyed reading this. It's been quite nice. I like both the characters. She's still a bit too ditzy for my liking, but she's actually, I feel like she's definitely improving, so I always like reading more Imakoi. Next we have Eyes Is, I'm not sure how you pronounce it, volume 12, which is another volume I managed to find in Hull. After reading some of the things from other people, I do think it probably is a series I would enjoy. It is very hard to collect though, so I'm a bit nervous I might not be able to find the rest, but I got this for not a horrendous price, $4.99. We'll see, maybe. I've got one. I can always give it away if I decide to not keep it though. Final volume on this stack is JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 5, Volume 6. Oh my gosh, I've gotten so confused. Yeah, Part 5. Ugh. They announced the other day that they're going to start printing Volume 6 in the fall, or autumn, which is neat. I can't wait to see what those spines look like. I do kind of have a mini goal to try and read JoJo this year. I have read the first volume of Part 1, and that is it. But I do believe it is the sort of series I'd really enjoy, so I do want to try and read it this year. Maybe do like a video where I talk about it as I go along. Not sure yet, but that is a goal of mine. This and or Berserk. That's quite a bit though. Oh, we got so many stacks of manga. They just keep going. We've still got like 3 stacks to go. Okay, next we have Kaguya-sama Love is War 24. We're really close to the end of this. I could potentially see it ending as soon as it does. I think it's got like 3 volumes. Is it like 27 when it's complete? I'm going to be really sad when it ends because it's one of the few, actually no, there's a fair few. I get really like more attached to the series that I was collecting and up to date with before I started doing like Manga Tube and Manga Instagram and stuff. And this is one that I have been collecting since like 2018-ish. There was only like 4 or 5 volumes out and I started picking it up. So I'm going to be really sad when this one finishes. I've enjoyed this arc way more. I feel like it went on a bit of a lull after volume 14, but I feel like it's starting to pick up with this more. I've been enjoying this arc a lot. As we have 2 volumes of Kimono Jien, volumes 2 and 3, both gotten for 3 for 2 in London. Did they come out at the same time, or it's taken me this long to find volumes of it? I quite enjoyed volume 1, Monster Detective Agency. I forgot the word for detective for a moment. I like that we've kind of got colourful spines and covers. So volume 1 was red, then we've got green and orange. I can't wait to see what volume 4 is. Next we have Konosuba 14, which I actually forgot I had. I haven't read this yet. Konosuba was one of the very first Isekai series that I got into. I remember I watched Sword Art Online and I was like, I need more like this. And then I went and found Konosuba on Crunchyroll and watched this at uni. And I was like, yes, 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 more of this, more. I just need so much more. And then that's how I discovered Isekai. Manga's fun. I believe the light novel is complete. I've been picking those up for my partner and he's only got a few volumes off before he's, I think, up to date. I don't know if 17 is out yet in English, but I need to read this one. It's grey though, boring grey. This is Kuma Bear 5, which I got 3 for 2 in London. Very, very excited to find this one because I had a gap in my volumes. I had 1 to 4 and 6, but I didn't have 5 and I was so annoyed. I really like the series. It's a fun isekai, female protagonist, and I named one of my cats after her. Her name's Yuna, so my really fluffy cat is named after her. We were trying to name them after female isekai protagonists, so this was one of the ones we went for. So excited. I'm going to read 5 and 6 together. I'm going to read 5 and 6 together with Yuna. She's going to enjoy it as well. Next we have Los Guias 6, which is a plastic wrapped series. It is not one of my favourite plastic wrap series. Basically these girls have kind of been cursed and this guy has to let them alleviate his stress in ways so they can not get sick. And more women keep accidentally getting cursed and he's like, I guess I'll have to just be there for all of them. And then one of them's his teacher and it's a bit grim. Next we have Mission Yozakura Family 2, which I got for 3 for 2, not $12.99. I don't know where these stickers come from. I enjoyed volume 1 quite a bit. I enjoy spy, over-the-top, dramatic stuff. This one seemed to come out, I don't know if it came out early, but like all the release dates originally online said end of January, and then all the stores had them at the end of December. Don't know why, but looking forward to that one. Just need to remember all the unread manga that I have. If I pull it out onto my trolley's going to be overloaded. I just need to do so much reading. I'm going to get all ahead of my videos and then just camp out and do nothing but read for a month. I'll come out and be like, I read 150 volumes. My eyes are dried out. Next we have my youth romantic comedy is wrong as expected at Comic 18, which I got on sale. I have like 4 volumes of this series. I'm mostly staying up to date because they keep popping up half price in various stores, which is nice. Very boring colour though. It's meant to be fun, light-hearted high school thing. I mean, it's on 18 plus volumes and there's a light novel and there's multiple light novels actually, I think. So should be good, is my hope. Oh dear. New pile, I guess. Next we have Natsume's Book of Friends 24. As I've said multiple times, it turns out my sister has read or is reading this series online, so I'm going to try and read it, but it's such a hard series to find. I'm just taking volumes when I can find them, and this is one of them. I have like 8 volumes of the series now, between 1 and like 27, 26, whichever the latest one is. Reprints when shoujo beat. As we have Parasite. Blah, 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 blah. My gosh, I'm talking too much. My throat doesn't know what words are. As we have Parasite 5, which now means I am complete with this series. I'm very happy. I picked this up in Forbidden Planet Leeds at $10.99. I think that's just because it's been lingering on their shelves for a while. A lot of the other ones I picked up for like £6 or £5 second hand. This is my favourite colour of all the spines, though. I know they are releasing a full colour set, but they're a bit bigger and I prefer smaller volumes like this one. Okay, now we got a lot of Pokemon. I hope you like Pokemon. We're going to run through this. We've got Pokemon oh my gosh, can't read today. Pokemon Adventures Black 2 and White 2 3. So I hadn't realised that there were 4 volumes for this one, and I was missing these from my Adventures set. So I'm missing 1 volume of Pokemon Adventures Black and White, which I think is volume 8, and then I realised I hadn't picked up any of these. I have started to pick these up, and I think I have managed to get another one as well, so should be close to actually being up to date with Pokemon Adventures. I did my collection tour and I was like, I'm 1 volume off being complete, and then I realised actually no, I'm missing these ones as well. Then we have Pokemon Journeys 3 and 4, which I think is complete. I think that is the final volume. Yeah, final. I do like when they make it obvious it's a final volume. 3 and 4, it's, I assume, just a short series with Ash, because that's Ash. Rip Ash. Bye Ash. We wish you Ash. Oh my god. Ash, not ass. So all the Pokemon stuff came from Travel Man in their Black Friday Boxing Day sale. So 10% off a bunch of these when they were already at 3 for 2 price, which was lovely. And also I got this Pokemon set, which I've been wanting to pick up for ages. It is Pokemon Diamond and Pearl Adventures 1 to 8. It is a box set. I've still not taken it out of the box set. It will come out of the box set when I put it on the shelves. So this is like its own standalone series. It's not part of the Adventures. There is Diamond and Pearl Adventures volumes in their own right. This is its own thing. And this is one of the big Pokemon sets of manga that I was missing. So I think I'm now missing like some of the Adventures and a bunch of movies. And then, yeah, lots of Pokemon. I don't think it's too bad, but I'm going to do this just to be safe. But we've got another plastic wrapped / sale manga, which is Shadow Student Council Vice President Gives Her All. And I believe this is a one-shot. It is a spin-off side story from Prison School, I believe. I've been umming and ahhing, but it's always been a bit too pricey for my liking. So yeah, on discount. Very happy. And I'm just going to move this out of the way now. We're on another stack. Oh, the lighting is not good on this, and I have to try and avoid putting anything there because that's where my lamp is. I really need to try and improve my lighting, invest in something. I don't know what to do, but I need to do something. So I'm really sorry if this is dark. I hope you can see everything. Right, on top of this really big stack, so we've got a really small, we've got this stack, which is really big, and then we've got a smaller stack. So we are actually on our way to the end. We have Rainbow Days, Volume 1. I did quite enjoy this one. It's nice seeing a romance from the guy's perspective. I'm not sure about like the actual characters themselves, and I don't know if I feel like I'm giving them more of a free pass because I don't read much romance from the guy's perspective. I mean, there's like Hatsuharu, and then I'm not sure how many others I can think of. We've got a coloured block. I'm hoping that we get rainbows with these. It is already a complete series in Japan. I think it's like, I can't remember how many volumes it is. I think it's low double digits though. I'm looking forward to it. I hope we see some improvement in the characters though. As we have Rosie in the Labyrinth 2, which I got on sale for $4.99. I was very super happy to see this one because I have 1 and 3 and I was missing 2. So being able to find a volume that you need to complete something or fill a gap and you can find it on sale, it's such a good feeling. I had such a good feeling finding this. So happy. Next we have 2 volumes of Sailor Moon, volumes 4 and 6. I decided recently to try and pick up this version of Sailor Moon because I think Kodansha have like reprinted it like 2-3 times in different formats, and this is the one I prefer the most out of all of them. So before they stop printing it, I'm going to try and collect this one. I think I'm missing about 3 now before I'll be complete. So yeah, I've read the first couple. I'm not sure it's my kind of thing. I think it's something I potentially got into too late in life because the first volume I read I was like 25. As we have Sayonara Football, Volume 1, which I also got on sale, I think, for $4.99. I can't see a sticker though. I've been wanting to try this for a while. I got super confused trying to look up the volume numbers because it was like it's completed 2 volumes, but there is a spin-off. I just got a bit confused, but got this on sale. It's a bit dirty. I did give it a bit of a wipe. It probably needs a further wipe though. Very pleased with this pickup. We have Sensei's Pious Lie 2 and 3, and I got both of these for £11 each. It is. And I managed to find these on Books Please previously, and it was like £14 something with 10% off, and that was good. And then finding these for 11, so happy. I just need to find Volume 4 for a similar price now. Volume 1 was definitely an interesting read. It is very heavy topics, so if you're interested, do some research into the sort of things it deals with. Very happy to find them for a good price because I want to try and read it. I hear lots of it's not great topics, but it's a good read, which is still good. As we have Sign Out Alice Volume 2, which is based on a mobile game, I believe, which my partner has been reading. I don't think he's played the game though. We got it in Hull Forbidden Planet for $11.99, which is amazing again because it was $13.99 in the one in Leeds. Very thick. I don't know if they were just pricing stuff wrong, but I'm not sure I'm going to complain. But it might mean I can never go back. As we have Snow White with the Red Hair 22, got this 3 for 2 in London. I haven't read Snow White with the Red Hair in ages. Also, picked this up and then realised I still don't have 21. So I'm on the hunt to try and find my 21. Oh, no, wait. I did find it. I got it in the Travel Man warehouse. Never mind, we're good. As we have Something's Wrong With Us 11, I don't know why there was such a big gap for releases. There was like a year where we didn't get any, and then we've had loads, and I've read them all pretty quickly. They're really quick to read, which is unfortunate with how expensive they are. I think I've read up to 12 now. I've been enjoying this arc more than the first arc. I don't know when it wraps up. Does it wrap at like 16, 17? Can't remember exactly what happens at the end of Volume 11. Oh no, I do remember what happens at the end of Volume 11. That was a good cliffhanger, but also I kind of guessed. It felt obvious to me, but I'm enjoying it more, but it's quite pricey. You can find them secondhand usually for not too bad, unlike World of Books. This table's just filled with manga. Next we've got Terra Cafe 2 and 3, both got for £6.50. Yes, I did kind of just pick these up because they were on sale. I don't know anything about it, and I'm missing the first Omni. I don't know how hard it is to find. A Terrified Teacher at Ghoul School 10, again, $4.99. I got a lot on sale in London, can you tell? This is a series I started to pick up mostly secondhand. I have like 1, 3, and 5, and I've got 10, which I feel like is one of the more recent releases. Looking forward to reading this, but I want to get more volumes first. Though You May Burn to Ash, Volume 1. I picked this up just honestly quite randomly. I went manga shopping with my friend in Leeds and she pulled it out and I was like, oh, I'll try that. I don't know what it is. She didn't know what it was. She just pulled it out because of the spine. Though I think when I looked it up, the series it's not cancelled-ish. I believe the manga artist passed away, so I don't believe I'll be able to get too far in it anyway. I imagine, don't know if volumes are hard to find or anything, so don't know if this was a regret buy or not, but it would be interesting to see what the series is like anyway. Do not pile stuff on the stack I'm trying to show you, which I nearly just did. Oh my gosh, this is such a horrific way to read. To Save the World, Can You Wake Up the Morning After with a Demi-Human 3? And I got this on sale at $4.99. Did they cover her boob under there? Oh no, it is covered on the... It is kind of covered by something else. Okay, yeah, the Degenerate Plastic Wrap series. I have like 1 and 4, I think. I am collecting it. It's not great. It's not too... Yeah, it's not great. So being able to get it at half price is always good. I think I just need volume 2. Do I have volume 2? I'm not sure. I'll have to check my shelves. Next we have Twin Star Exorcist 19. I have a couple of gaps in this I'm trying to fill, and this is one of them. I don't remember where I got it. I assume... You know what? I can't remember. Did I get it? Oh, I might have got it in the Travel Man Boxing Day sale. Maybe? Next we have 2... Oh, I'm going to move some of these because they're in the way. Next we have volume 5 and 7 of Ultimo, and I got this from that weird store in Hull as well. I have 1 to 7 of Ultimo now, and I've paid not horrific prices for them. I think it's the later volumes that are really hard to find though, so I don't know if it's a series I'll ever be able to complete because I will not pay stupid prices for manga. I'm interested to have some of it. I can at least read a chunk of the series now, which is nice. Next we have Urusei Yatsura 16 for, got it 3 for 2 in Travel Man. I believe 17 volumes is how many before it's complete. I am missing like 4 MISC volumes before I'll be up to date. I don't think 17 is out yet, at least in the UK, but I think I'm missing like volumes 2 and 3. So I have a little bit to go before I can actually do some reading. Final volume on this stack is Vagabond 8, which I got for $8.99, which is nice. It's cheaper than its 3 for 2. It is a bit dirty. I have wiped it down. It probably again needs another wipe down. It doesn't look like I wiped it down at all, does it? Did. Got this in London on sale. I know Tiffany got one as well, and then she carried it around. So she was carrying this around when we went to the Abroad in Japan Christmas party, which was amusing. And she'd gotten to bring a bag, and then they gave us a bag, which made her very happy. I have like 1 to 3 and 8 of this. I still have quite a few to collect. Oh no, I don't have 3. I have 1 to 5? I can't see my volumes from here. Last stack, and it is a Diddy-ish one, but it's also upside down in terms of alphabetical order. No. I had to move them around to be able to fit them in the thumbnail picture, so I must have done it wrong. Now, first off, we have Yarichin Bitch Club 1 and 3. I have been interested in picking this up because I hear it's a comedy, but volume 1 has been really hard to find, and then I couldn't find volume 3 either, and then I saw them both like within a couple of weeks of each other, and I was like, wonderful. And I've also picked up volume 2. I know there's a volume 4, but I see volume 4 everywhere, so I'm not worried about not being able to pick that up. So I'm looking forward to trying that. Yeah, I hear mixed things, actually, to be fair. I hear a lot of people going, can't take it seriously, it's comedy, and then people say some really bad things about it. So I'm looking forward to seeing what it's like myself, to be honest. As we have World Trigger 24, I'm trying to stay up to date with the series while also waiting for reprints of early volumes. I'm still missing volumes 1, 2, and 3 of this, and I think volume 10. But I have all the other ones. I've managed to find them secondhand, slowly but surely. Next we have why Ray Liana ended up at the Duke's Mansion 2. I really enjoyed this volume. I enjoyed this way more than volume 1. I got really into it, and the end of it, I can't wait for volume 3. It is an isekai. She's isekai'd, I think, into a book, and she knows her character does die, so she kind of tries to negotiate her way to be in a situation where she's away from the person who'll kill her, basically. Really enjoyed it. It is more pricey because it's full colour, but I think it's really good. You can often find it for about £10 if you look around and use discount codes, which is what I'd recommend. As we have Vampire Knight 19, I am missing, I think, 2 volumes of Vampire Knight, and then I will finally be complete, and it's the later ones. I think I'm missing 16 and 17, and I managed to find 18 and 19 recently, and 19 here, which is the final volume. Yes, final volume. And I can read it because I have literally never read it, never watched the anime. I just know something with vampires, and that is it. That's all I know about it. Next we have Eucharism 2, and I think this is only a 4-volume series, and across the misc holes that you will see in not the right order that I filmed it. I am now complete on this series. I managed to find volume 1 buy it secondhand, which will be in a secondhand video that I have not posted yet, but that is complete at 4 volumes, so I'm going to try and read some of my shorter series as well in the coming months too, and this is definitely one of the ones I want to try and go for. As we have Yona of the Dawn 14, slowly but surely getting my missing Yona volumes as they seem to be reprinted, and those reprints seem to have managed to make their way over to the UK, finally. I think I am missing like 5 or 6 volumes, and most of them are quite early ones. It's been nice seeing them popping back up in places, but gosh darn, it's taken a long while. Final series in the hole is Yuna and the Haunted Hot Springs 16, 18, 21, and 22. I've been collecting this series, I think, since 2018, and then I never saw them in store, like at all, so I kind of just held off picking them up for a while, and then I started seeing them on good prices online, and 3 for 2 in the Forbidden Planet in London. So that's where I've picked these 3 up. This one, I can't remember where it came from. It came in the post though. I'm still missing a fair few of the earlier volumes, but it is complete, I think at like 24 volumes maybe, 25, 20 something. It's complete, so English release is on the way to being finished. Gonna try and just wrap this series up, I think, at some point this year. Right, there we have it. That was the haul. I hope you enjoyed it. I definitely think I probably went through it a bit quicker than I normally would. My throat's not feeling so great, so we're doing top down today because there's been some building work recently in the house, and I've spent my morning cleaning up, and I'm super dusty and dirty, but I have some more cleaning up I need to do later on, so I wanted to try and film this and then go back to cleaning, so there's no point in showering just for this. Just too much faff. So we're doing top down today, but also I've got a lot of dust in my mouth and my throat, and it's bleh, bleh, bleh. This has taken so long to get to. I'm so happy I've managed to finally film this. I'm sorry you're going to be seeing it in like February sometime, or even March. I'm not sure, I'll have to check my schedule, but yes, I have so much stuff planned, and I'm so far ahead of my videos. Do check out the members if you're interested in seeing them ahead of time, but if not, no worries, they will be public eventually. Don't worry about that. Yes, if you haven't already, don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe for all the darn manga content that's coming your way. I've got my birthday haul, I've got the rest of the Dudette shopping videos, I've got me trying to put away all of the manga from the past few months. I haven't put any manga away for 3 months now. I need to get it on the shelves, and December and January are like my manga heavy months because of Christmas and my birthday. I have like 500 volumes to put away. So yeah, stay tuned for that video because it's going to be horrific. Well, less so for you, more so for me. Also, don't forget to check out my social media and affiliate links found down below. But otherwise, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have the most wonderful day, and I will see you next time. Bye!